Wanna play? Careful what you ask for.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 of this series between Kenton, the purple Terran in the bottom left side of Xel'Naga Caverns, and we have TannerMS, who's switched to blue Zerg on the top right of Xel'Naga Caverns. And last game we saw some awesome stuff from these guys. Well, from one of them. So if you'd like to see that before you watch Game 2, make sure you go do that. Don't want to spoil it for you. This game will be here when you come back, when you finish that game. But if you just want to get the spoiler, or you've already seen Game 1, you're in the right place. We do want to see how Kenton can do on his chosen map. He did choose this map. It is Xel'Naga Caverns, so he might be doing some cheese. There's a short running distance between the two bases. He does know where the other player's base is. Cheese isn't very good in a best of 3, which this is. It's being played for the Nebraska Esports Association StarCraft 2 Open. And this is in the winner's bracket, the second round of the winner's bracket. It is double elimination, and they really want to move on because the winner of this entire tournament will get $100 for their piggy banks to hold in all pennies. They get 100,000 pennies, actually, for their piggy banks. Of course, that's not true. If you believe me, you should stop doing that. It is sponsored by QuickTech Computers. And can you tell I'm casting at night? This is sponsored by QuickTech Computers. QuickTech.net, that's QuickTech with a Q instead of the CH on the end. They're doing some awesome custom-built computer stuff. Kenton, gonna check around the back of the base, not gonna say anything special. Tanner is actually going to 15 expand in this game. Interesting, especially if he expects being cheesed after last game, which he completely annihilated Kenton. He could have ended the game at 10 minutes, which I would have rathered him done, but instead he played a very entertaining game by creating ultralisks and nice networking them into the back of Kenton's base. So that was quite entertaining. TannerMS is going to see these two barracks go down, so he is going to see that he's getting somewhat cheese a little bit. No supply depot yet. He is maxed at 19, so I don't know what Kenton's plan is. He's going to come up here and build a supply depot, so at least he's going to do that. The extractor is now up for TannerMS, so he's going to go conservative, not going for that speedling. He is going to go for the macro by putting up this macro hatch. Kenton is holding these two barracks, not going to build, well, he's going to build a few marines from each of them, but he is supply block, so he won't be doing much. He is getting up that orbital command that is so important in case you're going for any sort of standard Terran play, which Kenton is doing. Perhaps a standard play he is going with supply depots. Mass supply depots seems to be his build at the moment. Transferring those drones down. TannerMS is ahead in supply. Let's see the worker count. Yep, that's 18 drones or actually pretty even in the worker count. I'm incorrect. Tanner, though, still looks like he's in the better position. Kenton could do an early push though with these 3 racks and do quite a bit of damage. Metabolic boost is now on the way, as well as some more Zerglings for that defense. Second refinery now coming up. Ken really needs to get some more workers to support this. I mean, he does have that mule, though, working on the mineral, so he can afford to pull a few more SCBs to gas if he wanted to. Some Zerglings now streaming in from Tanner. Just wants to control the map, perhaps. Maybe wants to poke at the front here. Not going to find much. He could pick off this SCB that is just sitting here idly doing nothing for no reason. He's going to see the tech lab coming up on that barracks. Interesting decision. He might be going for some early stem pack, though, or some early combat shields. He is seeming to do the exact same build, getting that combat shields first. He is doing it a little bit more efficiently than the last game, however. He is putting a reactor, and if he continues with the trend, oh no, he's not putting, no, if he continues with the trend, he will lift this off and place down a reactor on it, but it does not seem like he will be doing that. He will instead put up a factory. Might want to get out some Hellions. might be switching it on to this reactor, but in the last game he did not switch any buildings, so he might not be doing it this game. Tanner does poke up to the front. I'm being a little bit biased in this cast. You can tell that I seriously think that Tanner has no chance of losing after seeing that last game, but I mean, an early push does look pretty volatile. He's going to spread out his Marines. There is no Baneling Nest complete yet, though it is just about to complete. Combat Shields is up, loses a Marine or two for no apparent reason. He's splitting those Marines quite well, actually, even though there are no Banelings in sight. He might want to scout. Let's see what he knows. He knows absolutely nothing. He does not know there is an expansion, while Tanner basically knows what his unit composition is, and he saw this tech lab, which is researching, what is that upgrade? It's combat shields. There you go. He is researching combat shields. Tanner is just going to play conservatively, you know, build about 12 more Zerglings. That's not too much, especially with this push incoming. Quick math, 10 and 9 Zergling, 9 Marine push. Tanner's actually throwing Zerglings away and still doing damage. He is just throwing them 2 at a time to kill these Marines. I think Tanner is playing a little bit cockily, putting up that macro hatch. I can tell. He did GG with instead of Kenton GGing, so Tanner clearly thinks that he is a superior player, and clearly I have also adopted that belief. This queen gonna lose the queen, but he does have another one, so he is prepared. He is morphing some Banelings now, and he's still gonna be able to hold this off just with the Zerglings that he has. Gonna be able to pick off those Marines one by one, surrounding them. Overlords scattered throughout the map, controlling the map. Just more Marines. And a tech lab coming up. Let's see if he decides to research siege tech before the 20-minute mark. He might not decide to do that. I'm being very satirical of parodical about Kenton's play. He is quite far behind and not researching siege tech. Again, he has the resources to be doing that. He might want to expand soon. Tanner really needs to spend some minerals, but I guess that's why he has the macro hatch. Needs another queen, but that's on the way. Hive is also on the Lair is also on the way, so we can get some air units out if he wants to. Zerglings and Banelings, looks like he's got to prepare for a Baneling bust. Might not be super effective if he loses all those Banelings to these buildings. He needs to save Banelings. Remember, 4 Banelings takes out a supply depot, if I'm correct. Could be incorrect, but if I remember from my Zerg playing days, he's got to poke up there, seeing all those Banelings, or seeing all the Marines. Still not starting that siege tech, even though he has siege tanks. He does have quite a few medevacs, which could do a lot, pretty well for him. He's going to push out at the worst possible time, and TannerMS, you have to move in now. Oh, move in. No, he's not going to. And he's going to miss this, so possibly a base trade scenario now. Going to start breaking away at the wall. Will Tanner decide? What will Kenton do? Will he pull back? Seems to be at an indecision. He's getting surrounded by a few lings. Not gonna be too much of a deal. Siege is not starting to research. Kenton is just gonna start it now. Yes, okay. Getting that to infantry armor level 1. That's important considering you're losing all of your SCVs. He's going to decide to go for the base trade scenario. Let's see how it goes. He is down in supply by about, 60 supply at least, and falling. He is losing his entire base in the meantime. Just as a reminder, losing his entire base, and the defenses are coming in now, morphing some Banelings. Tank still without siege, and it is never going to finish, considering the tech lab is completely gone. Kenton now very, very much behind, and he is forcing quite a bit of base trading going on. He's going to lose his tank. More Zerglings coming out, and he's it seems like Tanner is quite happy with this base trade. He'll say sure, and actually, oh, there it is. I was going to say, did Kenton lose everything already? I slipped away for a second. And Kenton producing nothing. And actually, Tanner's doing a pretty good job, except for all those units. He's going to load them up in medevacs. He is going to try his hardest to continue this game. There are some Zorglings here just going to fall around these buildings. Ken probably knows by now that it is inevitable that he has lost, but he is staying persistent that he will win, and is going to drop Marines one by one into the main without dropping them somewhere else to heal them or anything. And this game should be over by now. He really needs to. TannerMS again with the GG. Kenton does not GG. It will be all TannerMS saying, hey, you might want to leave now. And apparently Kenton listens to him. So sorry that this was a bit satirical now. I hope this doesn't get rejected by Nespa for being too rude, but it is quite funny, the gameplay that we saw. TannerMS being very rude, BMing Kenton quite a bit in the first game, and Ken, I feel sorry for him. Really, he's not that bad. He's just not meant for this level of play, apparently. I would be curious to see what league TannerMS is in. I'm sure Kenton knows and feels pretty good about his gameplay. I'm sure Kenton is doing quite well in the ladder. I'm just sure of it. So, good luck to Ken in all of his future events. He is only dropping down to the loser's bracket, so we still have TannerMS, still has a chance to win the entire tournament, and he has been playing quite well up to now, forcing a base trade with Kenton. So let's see how game. And let's just jump into another game now. Stay tuned.